Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to go over the trades that we took inside the Discord. Obviously, it was FOMC today, and it was a really, choppy morning, and then it picked up in the afternoon. Obviously, before FOMC, we had some decent action and got some follow-through, but we'll go over what we did. So, going into today, this is exactly how I read these option charts. So first thing I do, look at this 30-minute time frame right here. If we go to the 30-minute on the Friday contracts, this tells us the main trend in the market. And since yesterday, the market's been neutral. So if you look here, the put chart, 10's below the 50. At open, right at 9:30, 10 was below the 50. That means we're neutral on puts. We go to the call side now, and we actually closed at a very key spot yesterday. I think I went over this in yesterday's video, but we closed right at this 30-minute 50. So from here, it's a major pivot in the market, and I favored down today just because of this closure right here. And I was favoring like a good dump today. So that's pretty much how I read these charts right off of open. Neutral on both sides since the 10's below the 50. So what do we look for? We look for what I wanted to see today was a put cross, just because we did close, we did open like right around this not 50, but like we rejected it a bit. So I expect some continuation off of it, and most likely we'd get a put cross. So when we look here on the 0-day chart now, we got a what is it? No, these are the calls. My bad. If we look here on the puts right off of open, this is what we looked like. So 10 is going above the 50 right here. But this whole time down in this chop area, the 50 never turned up or flat. So that's what we need for a valid cross. It's not just the 10 going across the 50. Okay, we enter. You have to wait for this 50 SMA here to level out and start to curl up. So that didn't happen until this area right in here. So we finally got the curl probably at 1040, 1045. Your best entry would have been right here at 1050, because we got the curl, we got this pullback to the 10, and we did see some downside from here, but it was really choppy. So I entered somewhere, I think, in this area right here. I'm gonna pull it up in the Discord of like exact time. I went short at 1043, so that was during this candle right here, and it wasn't the best entry in the world. Definitely could have waited a little bit longer for an entry point, but I mean, we still we got to move down. It came back to the 10. I actually added some more to this short. I was just really confident in a downside move today, so I did add to this position. But ultimately, I ended up getting stopped out. So this choppy move up in here, I was probably up like 40 points at one point. But I didn't sell. I was waiting for. I was expecting like a good drop today. I just was, and because we did reject the 30-minute 50 on the calls, and I was expecting a move higher or a move lower since the puts got crossed. It looked really good, but then we came down in here below the 50. I stopped out, but I re-entered this. I didn't call this out, but I re-entered this right here. Why? Because the 10 reclaimed the 50 SMA. So if you look in here, I zoomed it out, but at down in this area, 10 closed above the, or not the 10, the candle closed above the 10 SMA, and that's our re-entry spot. As you can see, look at the move that happened, man. This was crazy. This was a crazy drop, and that was the exact reason why I was still holding the short from earlier. The reason why I didn't sell for like 40 points earlier. I did stop out, but I made it back, and then probably made double of what I would normally make on this move. But yeah, this was a very big drop. I mean, if you took this on options, these went $2 all the way to $4.23. So over 100% off of that reclaim. And I went over this in yesterday's video, but it's like you got to know what trades you want to be taking. So the trades today we want to be taking. We're in a neutral market. So what does that mean? There's no trend. We're looking more so for a put cross because of how we rejected the 30-minute 50 on calls. So we got the put cross. Okay, I get stopped out, and all I have to do is wait for a re-entry. We got above the 10 SMA right here, got back short, and boom, made that loss back and made profit. So yeah, after this drop though, there was nothing else really obviously to take because we did have FOMC. So the rest of this chart irrelevant because we had FOMC going on. It was a pretty lame FOMC, not gonna lie. I favored down for FOMC. We got a little bit of a drop, and it pumped back up, and we closed pretty much, I think, like flat on the day on NQ. I know we had some earnings after hours, and that ramped us up a little bit, but overall, for like an FOMC type of day, it was pretty bit of a letdown. I still do favor downside. I do think we'll drop a bit lower. If we look on the 30-minute here on the charts, this is what we look like at the moment. This 50 SMA is sloped down really hard at the moment. Obviously, this could all change if we got a massive rip overnight, but by the looks of this 30-minute chart, I still do favor downside from here. You know, the higher time frames, what do we look like exactly? Okay, the 2-hour chart is so messed up. 4-hour, it looks like it's going to be going negative. Still early to tell because, you know, it's a 4-hour candle. We could, you know, rip up tomorrow and it get back above. So, obviously, market's still neutral, but just based on like this 30-minute chart, it doesn't leave much room for upside. So I'd have to be more short, you know, biased just from this chart. And if you look on the put side real quick, you know, we ended up hitting that 50 on that massive drop today. So, you know, that would have been your take profit on that massive like 5-minute candle we had. You would have been all out of that. But yeah, those are the trades we took. This 50 is like trending up a little bit right here. So I mean, maybe we'll go on cross on the puts or something like that. That'd be great. As you can see, yeah, we rejected the 1-hour 52, 2-hour, nothing really there. 4-hour, probably nothing there as well. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the plan going into tomorrow. We're neutral, so cross either side of the premium. I still do favor downside just based on the 30-minute chart, like I said like 20 times. But yeah, cross on either side, negative cross on either side will also work. Also, another thing, with the negative crosses, if we look here, I know the calls ended up like crossing negative right at open, I believe. Yeah, right here. So this ended up crossing negative right at open. But a lot of times, you know, I stay away from these types of trades. Like the opening, like first 5 minutes, you know, like first 5-minute negative cross is not really a trade you want to be taking. Also, if you look on like the other side of the premium here, the put side, we ended up like opening right at the 50. So, you know, that wouldn't be a trade you'd want to take. It's all you like when you're taking a trade, you got to look at both sides of the premium, like for a negative cross at least, because if you, you know, aren't sure of where we're at on the other side, we could be right at this 50 and end up rejecting, and you take a loss that you didn't need to take. So you gotta know both sides of the premium where we're at, and like, you know, obviously the types of trades you want to be taking. Like the negative cross that open, I'd stay away from that. A lot of times the negative cross that open aren't the best. I'd wait like, I don't know, like 10 minutes before taking any trades. So yeah, I just want to put that out there. But if you guys enjoyed, drop a sub. If you guys want to follow along with the trades I take, link to the Discord is down below, in there every day, all day. So if you want to learn how we trade these charts every day, you know, that's the place to be. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm out. Peace.